You know, if you asked me, the first TV show I would ever review on this channel would be a medical drama, I would have never believed you, but here we are. Greetings, my fancy friends. Welcome back to the channel. And today, I'm going to be talking about The Pitt Season 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've never reviewed a TV show on this channel before. Why am I just reviewing a random medical drama? Well, that's because The Pitt is some of the best television I have seen in a very long time, and might be the best television that I've seen this year, at least for Season 2. Because, man, this show surprised the hell out of me. Now, if you aren't familiar with what The Pitt is, it is a medical drama where the entire season takes place during one entire shift, with each episode being about 1 hour of that shift. And during Season 2, here at The Pitt, it's the 4th of July, so obviously you can expect some crazy people to come in with some crazy injuries. But not only that, the entire place feels like a ticking time bomb, with everybody experiencing burnout, everybody at each other's throats, and some more crazy antics happening that you will never expect. So I have enjoyed my fair share of medical dramas in the past. I love House MD for how crazy that show can get, but with The Pitt, it is honestly the most realistic medical drama I have ever seen. The show is filled with so much detail and accuracy to the point where actual doctors are reacting to the show, acting like, yeah, this is pretty realistic. It's very much one-to-one what happens in a regular ER. Now, Season 1 was absolutely perfect, one of my favorite shows of last year, and when I heard that Season 2 was coming out like soon after, I was so excited. And man, they fully delivered with this season. Now, I don't think it's better than Season 1. I feel like Season 1 was just a lightning in a bottle season, and this one has a few issues, but it is just sublime with all of its details and characters. It makes for some great entertaining television. The first thing I can easily praise about this show is the technical aspect of it. Now, throughout the entire show, you have moments where the camera follows either a patient or a doctor for up to like 5 minutes, and the camera will quickly follow a different person and go for them for about 10 minutes. The show is just perfect with its one takes and camera work, and the blocking is just perfect, and it just feels like you're actually walking through a live environment of this ER. Everything just feels so alive here. And the amount of effort that went into the practical effects as well is just amazing. There were moments watching this show where I had to look away from my TV because the blood and gore effects looked so realistic. I was like, oof, too much blood. I don't like that. It looks too realistic. There are moments where I watch like a horror movie and don't feel like that, but seeing how it's actual doctors working on these patients, it makes it seem a lot more realistic watching the show. And there are some moments where I was like, holy shit, the amount of money that went into these effects has to be like astronomical because they put so much love and effort into them. But the reason why I really wanted to talk about this show is because of the characters. Watching them grow from how they were in Season 1 to where they are now is just perfect in my opinion. The characters are just expertly written here because the whole themes of this season is burnout. In the first season, you had some of these student patients that were just up and coming. They were excited to work in this field, and now they've been here for about a year or two, and now they're here experiencing this intense stress and burnout. Poor Whitaker, you can tell that he was just so excited to be there day one on his first shift, and now he looks like he wants to jump off a building. I feel bad for the dude. But Whitaker is honestly my favorite character of the show because you see him becoming this up-and-coming mentor of the other student doctors that are here. And watching him go from the student to the master is just fun to watch. He's a great character. And everyone else too, like Dr. King, who is this happy-go-lucky person who was excited to be there on her first shift in the last season. And now she's going through a deposition and going through these really hard times being this doctor, and I just can't help but feel bad for her. She's going through so much in her personal life to where I'm like, oh, Dr. King, you're going through too much at this ER. You need to take a break. And all the performances are just phenomenal as well. These are some of the best performances I've seen for a television show probably in years. Probably not since Severance Season 2 have I seen a phenomenal performance like these, especially from Noah Wyle, who plays Dr. Robinovich. His character is truly just remarkable. In the very first season, you can tell he was under a lot of stress and pressure, especially by that season finale. You could tell that he was on his breaking point. And here, oh my god, like this is honestly one of the best interpretations of depression I have ever seen in a television show. It is truly just heartbreaking watching him just go to his breaking point, trying to be the mentor for all of these doctors and trying to be the one that holds this ER together because he is the head of everyone here, and without him, this whole ER would be screwed. So he's thinking to himself, I need to get out of here. I need to go on my sabbatical. I just need to just go. And everyone is worried about him because of his mental state. You can tell he's at his breaking point. And this character is just, man, you just feel for him. And in the very final scene, it is honestly just a beautiful performance for this character. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but that season finale, that final moment really just ties the whole season together. And it's just beautiful. And other characters too are engaging, like Dr. Mohan and Javadi, because now they're trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives. They really want to continue this field of working in this ER and what the next step for them is going to be. And throughout this entire season, it is just like a ticking time bomb with every single one of these characters. After each passing hour, you see their morality and their energy just get lower and lower until they just crash and burn by the season finale. And it's just truly remarkable that all of these deep themes are in a medical TV show, because whenever you hear like about a medical TV show like ER or House, that's like a show that moms watch on like Saturday nights with their girlfriends. And here, this is just a beautiful show, and it's intense and the writing is perfect. It's just engaging, good television. This really does feel like a very important TV show because of its themes of depression and burnout. I'm sure people like you are experiencing burnout on a daily basis, whether it be with work, social life, or just anxiety in general. I have experienced burnout before, and it's not fun. You know, you have days when you have to go into work and put on a smile, even though on the inside you're kind of just super stressed out. And man, this show just perfectly encapsulates that feeling. Everyone has felt that before, and I feel like television shows like these are important because it's showing how stressful the work life can be. And man, just some moments in here are just so gut-wrenching and just relatable, which makes this like just such great television. It's such good television to just enjoy and feel for these characters and relate with these characters. And when it comes to the episodes, I thought that each one was important to this season. Not one episode felt like filler. There were some episodes where you just saw the characters grow and become more relatable. There were some where there were some heavy, intense moments and you watch these doctors figure out if they're right for the job. Every single episode felt like a unique piece of watching these characters struggle and grow. And seeing how the entire season takes place in one day and watching these characters grow in just one day is just remarkable writing. And I gotta say, this show is like the king at cliffhangers right now. Every single episode left me at a cliffhanger where I just wanted to immediately watch the next episode, which, oh my god, I'm so glad that they are releasing these episodes weekly and not all at once like Netflix does with all of their shows. Like, just going online and listening to theories and discussions about the show, that's what I love about television. I had the same feeling with Pluribus, how like a new episode came out every week and there were these discussions online. That is one of the best parts about television, is the discussions. And sure, the fandom is getting a bit too crazy right now for the Pitt. Like if you go online and look at Pitt Twitter, I think that's what they call it, you have some fan theories and some fanships that are a bit out there where I'm like, okay, you're reaching a bit too much. But still, growing with this community of watching this show is just fun. It's fun enjoying a great TV show. Not even just turning off your brain TV, just watching these characters just become who they are is just engaging. And I love TV, man. TV shows like this make me realize that movies and TV are like at the same bar of entertainment. Now let's get into the finale. Now don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen the finale already, but I have been seeing discussions that people are kind of disappointed with the finale because there are a lot of plot elements that are left open. Not everything was fully resolved, whether it be for a patient wondering if they made it or not, what's going to happen to some characters at the end of the season. And I think that was done on purpose because, one, the show takes place during just one day. You're not going to get all the answers for these characters in just one day. You're going to have to wait till the next season and see how these characters grew. But there were a few plot points that I did want a bit more expansion on. Like, I wanted a little bit more between Robbie and Dr. Langdon, but I feel like we'll get more of that in the next season. But, that finale, that final scene, like I mentioned before, really just ties everything together. It makes this a beautiful season that I thought was almost perfect. Guys, as a whole, The Pitt Season 2 was just grand television. Watching amazing characters, great writing, intense suspense with all the medical drama. It's just great television that I love. And it's up there with one of my favorite shows right now. And I'm so glad that we're getting these seasons yearly and not having to wait forever for the next season. Apparently we're going to get season 3 next year in January, and I am excited for that. I'm excited to see this fandom grow for this show, and this is honestly one of the best television series I have seen in a very long time. I'd say it's up there with Severance and Pluribus. It's some of my favorite TV shows that are happening right now. And I just loved it. Which is why I'm going to give The Pitt Season 2 the Diamond Top Hat. Guys, this is my first time reviewing a TV show, so sorry if this kind of seems like I'm just rambling about it and not really giving a cohesive review of it, but it's kind of hard to review 15 episodes for something instead of something that's just 2 hours, but I hope you enjoyed the review nonetheless. To my fancy friends out there, thank you so much for watching, but if it's your first time here and you like what you've seen, be sure to subscribe for more content. And have you been watching The Pitt? What did you think about it? Who's your favorite character? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have a fantastic night. And as always, stay fancy.